What's up guys, Haking here bringing you another live reaction to this month's Attack on Titan chapter 108, Sound Argument. So yeah, first of all, I'm going to apologise for the sound because I'm not using my sound recorder to record this. It's early in the morning, I just woke up, etc, etc, tired as hell, in a lot of pain. And I just want to get this done and out of the way, so yeah, I'm not really in one of my typical happy moods. More like annoyed, I want to get this out of the way, rushed kind of mood, so yeah, apologise for that. If it doesn't turn out well, like it usually does. Very tired. Don't really get to sleep these days, also looking after this bloody cat. It's a cute little sleeping there. Lazy bastard. Let's get this a bit up. Okay, and yeah, can you see me? Can you hear me? Good. Let me just move the laptop, make sure it doesn't fall. I'm just gonna have my little breakfast snack here as well. I always like eating in front of the camera. I know it's annoying for some people, but whatever. Anyway, let's get going. Another piece of mind, this is a typeset, so it's not the official translation that we usually get. It comes a few days after, I believe. So, you know, I'm going to read this early version, this early release. If some of it is wrong, oh well, again, you know, some of you can correct me. And I'll probably reread it when the manga comes out, or because I never really read these twice in a row. I read it once and that's it. So let's start. Okay, so immediately the first page we got a bunch of military officers from Paradise Island in a round table, like they're in a restaurant eating. I believe one of them is Niles. He's talking. Oh, a bunch of them are talking. It's a relief that the volunteers have been apprehended successfully. If it's Commander Pix's, then he'll get it done without problems. It should have been our jobs though. And, well, like Neil's just said, it was Commander Pix's and he managed to do it without having to kill anyone. If it was these guys, they probably would have, you know, shot first, right? Kind of Niles talking, say even if everything goes well, we're causing the very group who's done so much for us to resent us. True. Is that sympathy towards the Marleans, Neil? Seems like you're completely drunk, Lodge. So we're getting introduced to this character Lodge, who we've never seen before, or maybe we have in the background, I don't know. The wine that the Marleans make is great, and the favours that they bring meet no end. Even if that is the case, we still cannot let them be free. Maybe it'd be a different story of the boss they looked up to was really on our side. Maybe it'd be a different story of I think I should have said if the boss they looked up to was really on our side. Zeke obviously is their boss, so it's a bit of a like, holy crap. We can't really trust these volunteers because, you know, their leader is Zeke, so I get that, it makes a lot of sense. But I also get Neil's point of view as well. I mean, these guys did favours for them and now they're treating them like shit, the way they're being treated in Marlene, so it's like, come on man. We are the subjects of Ymir, and if Eren and Zeke can use the power of the Founding Titan, then can they not just change the memories of the masses? Yeah, it's a very scary thought. Has Eren been brainwashed to the point where he wants to do that? Because that's a good point. That's something we haven't actually considered, that they could use the mind-altering powers. So back to Neil talking. So even if we use the volunteers as hostages, do you think Zeke Yeager would listen to our demands? No. No, Zeke's not going to give a shit if you've taken hostages. I think at this point we know his character well enough to know that even if you take a hostage, he's not going to be sentimental about it to such a point. Maybe if it was Cobalt or whatever that got Colbert, I think I forgot his name, man. It's been a while since we last saw him. Falcon's brother. Maybe if he had been caught, Zeke would be a bit more on the fence, perhaps, because there was a certain relationship between the two. But these other guys, I don't know. Like, we haven't really seen how they act with Zeke, like how Zeke acts with them, how he interacts with them. Again, it could all be manipulation. So back to Lodge. Hell if I know. What a man who doesn't have long to live wishes for. That bastard can also take control of our brains. Well, I knew it would have ended up like this. Just as we initially planned, as soon as Zeke arrived on the island, we should have fed him to a titanized Queen Historia. Everyone's looking at him like, what the hell are you thinking? But to think that she would get pregnant from some guy she didn't even marry. She's just a useless nobody and a queen in name only. Hey, stop. This lunch guy, I want to punch him in the fucking face. I don't care if he's drunk. He's a little bitch right now. Looks like Niles is actually going to stand up for the queen, for his story, which is the queen has the authority to choose who her heirs are. Wasn't it also proven that he's also someone who doesn't harm the lives of anyone else? I'm sorry, what? The queen has the authority to choose who her heirs are. Yeah, I guess that's true. In the end of the day, she is a queen. Wasn't it also proven that he's also someone who doesn't harm the lives of anyone else? Who doesn't harm the lives of anyone else? So we're kind of this sort of flash of Historia, I think, working on the farm. It is the same youth that has grown up on the same land as Queen Historia. It's said that he threw stones at the queen, who did not seem to come out of the farm during her childhood. It was an act done to give her attention. He also states that helping out at the orphanage the queen runs was because of the feeling of sin he had felt from what he had done in childhood. The one who had recognized his dedication of lowering his head and doing his work was the queen herself. So the father is a dude who threw stones at her in order to get Historia's attention. So sort of like those days in school when a kid would poke another kid because they liked them or something, and it would be very, very annoying, but they didn't really mean any harm by it, but they would do stupid shit and hurt a person just because they I like you, which is screwed up actually, sort of in a stalky kind of way. But this guy, he was a kid after all, so he's grown up now and he actually works on the farm and respects her enough, so yeah, the father's basically a nobody that only Historia knows from her childhood, and is apparently a nice guy, really. Okay, fair enough. Historia does look sad here though in these flashes that we're getting. So she wasn't raped, but I don't know, maybe she doesn't love the guy either, I don't know, it's like there's no emotion, there's just sadness. Anyway guys, my camera is about to go off, so I'm going to pause it here. And we're back again guys, yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully the battery I put in works here. Should have really recharged these the day before, but I thought this was coming out on the... Today is the 9th, isn't it? So technically speaking, yeah, the chapter would come out today. Anyway, there is no need to know what kind of relationship they hold between each other. The problem is why the queen committed such an act, seeing as she's this country's monarch. Back to Niles, it's because we cornered her like a puppet. Such a tragic fate was passed down to her, and who even has the right to question the queen's relationships? That's not what I meant. It's the timing of this pregnancy. At this time, by having a child with royal blood, our exception was nullified. Someone had warned the queen. The garrison is thinking of feeding Zeke to the queen as soon as possible. However, you won't have to become a titan until after you deliver. Someone had advised her so. So someone advised her to have a kid before. So wait. Are they still going to go through with feeding Zeke to Historia then? Because it sounds like they are. It's just like the pregnancy was very unexpected. So who advised her? I mean, okay, we got this figure wearing a hoodie. It can't be Aaron. Aaron was pissed when he found out. So I'm going to go with, it was either Armin. It was either Armin, because if you guys remember, Isayama said that a few, like 2-3 years ago, he said that something would happen that would cause a friction between Armin and Eren that would make them not become close friends anymore. They wouldn't be enemies, but they wouldn't be friends anymore either. So I'm gonna take a wild guess this was Armin, because Armin is the kind of dude to go and pull these kind of manipulative moments with people to sort of make them do shit, like random shit. So I don't think it's Hanji. I don't think because she seemed very like annoyed with the situation as well. But Armin, I can see Armin pulling this kind of shit. So I'm gonna go with Armin having told his story to do this. Aaron's gonna find out. He's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be pissed. That's my theory, guys. Armin is behind all this crap. Isn't the Queen also a brave soldier who managed to escape from some dangerous situations? So now she's suddenly scared of the ascension of the Beast Titan? Now back to Niles talking. If Zeke wished that he had wanted to live for a little longer during the tenor, then that would be correct. But is there even evidence of this idea? Like Solange pouring more wine for himself. Someone from this island who had wanted to save Zeke had advised the Queen. The volunteers. It has to be Yarlina. They say that she is the craziest one and one of the smartest among the volunteers. So one of the volunteers just walked around Paradise Island, went to the farm and told his story to do this. I don't know, it sounds a bit too cut and easy, doesn't it? Which makes her a dangerous girl, but there is no evidence that the Queen was impregnated in order to save Zeke's life, or you just wasted much. It's not too late. If she becomes a Titan, even with a child, back to Niles, the baby would die. Moreover, if something happens to the Queen's body, that's the end of it. Even so, her life is threatened by the delivery of the child anyway. The world is done for if you go by that logic. This Larch dude, I don't like him, and he's trying very hard to convince everyone on the table, including Niles, that they need to do this kind of shit. Hey, Marlene, bring one more bottle. Understood. Look at this arsehole being sort of a prick to the Marlene dude. He's exited. So this Marlene dude just exited and into the corridor, and there's Nikolai walking towards him. Niccolo, is this what you recommended? Yes. He's giving him a bottle of more wine, unless it's poison. And this is some sort of counter-attack, which I don't think is the case. We're cut into a room now. 4 people, one of them staring out. One of them looks like Mikasa with short hair. The other one looks like... Right, it's... I thought it was Yarlina, but it's Armin actually. And I'm guessing the other guy is either Jean or Zachary. It's Jean and it's Connie staring out the window. So we're getting a panel of these 4. They all look very sad. I assume they would be sad. I mean, Sasha is, you know, Sasha's dead, man. Like, so Jean's talking. To think that General Pixis would even put that plan into motion. Back to Armin. They said that everything had been decided while we were in Marlene. The volunteers would be pensioned their own areas, and they had not told the survey corps the circumstances, as the time for them and us to be in union is close by. Back to Jean talking. They couldn't have done it like that. Until Zeke's intent has been verified, we are all currently in danger. And Aaron, who talked with Zeke exclusively, is now in huge favor of Zeke's plan. I wonder what they talked about. Only they would know the truth. Connie, hey, to you guys, did that seem like Aaron? Now we're getting a close-up of Mikasa and Armin. It's like typical emotionless reactions. I don't think so. That bastard isn't Aaron if he ends up cooperating with the other side. Back to Mikasa. If he does, what? Back to Connie. You got this nice panel where he's looking at the window and we can kind of see half of the reflection of his face, and he just sort of he's got this sort of murderous look. Like this serial killer look, psycho look in his eyes. Like, it's pretty cool and terrifying. We should be resolved to cut down the bastard. Keep in mind, guys, Zeke killed Connie's entire family and village when he infiltrated it, and he did something. We still have no idea how that all happened. I'm going to say that it was probably tainted water supply, but yeah, Connie has every right to be angry and pissed. I mean, this whole arc, I think, this whole of them returning to Paradise and the different relationships is just people being pissed at certain individuals. You got Connie and Levi who are pissed at Zeke. You got the Oppers, you know, wanting to feed Zeke to Historia, being pissed that she's pregnant because she did this choice because someone went and told her to do this. You've got Aaron listening to his brother, not trusting anyone else. Like, all these different things are just sort of like cracking apart from the inside because of 1 or 2 individuals. So Mikasa, I won't be staying still if that's the case. And Connie's just looking over that look like crap, man. The shading in this is wonderful. Big nice panel of all 4. Back to Connie. Are you also going to side with Mikasa? Mikasa seems a bit conflicted. I'm not going to. Eren treasures us more than anything else. Does he? Does he though? 1 year ago, they were building rail tracks. Connie, G with his little hat. I think there's Armin, putting Briggs, Sasha. Was carrying, is that metal? Who the hell's carrying all of that? Oh, I think that's Levi carrying all of that, carrying the wood. No, he's not carrying the metal, but it's Levi carrying. Hey, is this really our job? No, we don't have to do it. Oh, is that Eren? I don't know. If that idiot go about saying something weird, such as helping our bodies will help the island's development. Currently, we can only sit and wait for Hizaru's reply. Sasa drinking a lot of water. Armin just sort of like trying to stop her, perhaps. Mikasa with the freaking two, like like 4 on each side of wood, carrying that shit. Is there any chance of that even happening? What was it? Something about the Idalians' human rights or selling resources? The most important thing is that we talk to the world through Hizaru. And if we improve relationships and become a country for ourselves, then we won't even have to rely on the rambling pan. I'm trying to go for peace here, but obviously that didn't work out in the end. With that, Historia wouldn't have to suffer through such terrible circumstances. We can only grasp at straws right now. Right. Hey, yes, Hanji and Levi on horseback, so okay. And they're off and they're talking. It's not today. It's hot today. Thanks for the effort. No, we had no choice as this idiot's escorts. You guys only grew in size, it seems. It's an urgent requirement. Is it an urgent requirement? Just now we received a reply from the Azobotias, Hizaru's group, right? So, it's a failure. Seeing how it is, they probably can't aid us. So they're pissed. So they were getting help from another group and they got a reply and it wasn't good. Everyone seems depressed now. As expected, Hizaru will want a monopoly on Paradise Island's resources and won't allow the trading of them with other countries. It seems they do wish for our human rights, but they are putting on a weird farce as they don't want to help anyone. Not only that, but the world seems to hope that Paradise will be a center for disaster, so that other countries can remain stable. Then we have no choice but to trust in using the rambling. Is there no way to not sacrifice Historia? Levi, yes, Hizaru has intended for the rumbling and also included increasing our forces as part of the treaty. Armin's like, no way. Is the world forcing the evils of 100 years ago onto us? They don't know our intent and concludes that we are devils on behalf of us. Why is everyone so against the peaceful path? Eren's just giving him this look. Mikasa, that's probably because they don't know. They're scared as they don't know what kind of people we are. Hanji, that's right. Ugh. Oh, my camera battery's going. Better finish reading this page very quickly. Hanji's talking to Eren now. Nothing will change, even if we went along with the plan Azabayov has set for us. The world cannot trust people whose faces they have not even seen. So, let's go and meet them. If there is something we don't know, we can go there to understand. Is that not the Survey Corps way? That's actually kind of a cool way for Hanji to put it, because the whole point of the Survey Corps was to go out and explore the world, and really that hasn't changed. The world's just opened up and become bigger now, so what excuse do they have to sit there and not do anything about that? They might as well continue that tradition. A lot of talking in these last few chapters, and this video is going to be another long one. Like, it's really annoying me. I was hoping to get this done in like 3 parts, but it's not gonna be the case. I'm gonna pause it here because yeah, the battery's about to run out and my camera's about to stop. So, and we're back again, part 3 of our Attack on Titan chapter 108, the reaction. This is long. So they've built the tracks. They've got a train cart, sort of like a little mini train engine with carts behind it, 3 carts, 4 carts, and the guys are sitting in there and it's taking them to wherever they're going. To infiltrate Mali and stand in the position you were thinking of that, Hanji? The first thing to see would be the Malian cuisine. Is that Sasha saying that? No. There is a reason as to why we're investigating the circumstances of the world currently. Well, it end in asking for help from either the volunteers or Miss Kiyomi. Connie's talking now. Well, that's sure. What should I bring? It wouldn't be good to have an upset stomach. Sasha, gastrious medicine, toothbrush, and anything to remind us of home. Nicola, were you even listening? Jean, Niccolo said that there are many people with wine. These guys are very, very optimistic, man. Like, they're not even thinking about the crap that they're about to throw themselves into. Thankfully, the Idalian language is also a common language, so there are a lot of countries we can communicate with. This is Arvid saying this. We'd have to be careful with our accent or phrasing though. If the world knew we wished for peace, then as Hanji said, something might change. And with Eren, Mikasa, Armin. Remember guys, these are the three main characters. Eren is not the only main character. It's always been about these three. About the mind, the strength, the spirit. Yeah. Eren just doesn't seem convinced though. He feels like sad. If only we had more time. Zeke only has 2 years left. I have about 5 years left. Everyone's like, yeah, shit. I need to decide soon who will inherit my Titan. And we're looking at Connie, Sasha, Mikasa, Jean. Yeah. Mikasa just said, that's Mikasa saying this, I will inherit it. Jean's like, you can't. You still don't know what kind of family the Ackerman family is. And I thought that since you are half Asian, you're not sure whether you can even inherit the Titan power. We can't have someone closely affiliated with Hizaru becoming a Titan. There are also many other reasons as to why you can't become one, Mikasa. Jean is right. Then, who else? Me. You know, I was actually gonna suggest that. Like, I was actually gonna say that Jean would probably be the most suitable person to make it into the time. Think about it. Like, there's always been these parallels with Jean and Eren. Like, if you think about it, like the groups of three, with Jean, Sasha and Connie, like they're sort of the opposites of Eren, Mikasa and Armin basically, and especially with the fact that Jean's always been used as Eren's body double, like to disguise him, to come up with these certain plans, so it would sort of make symbolic sense for Jean to inherit it. Me. Everyone's just looking at him like, are you serious? To put it simply, my head is much better than Eren's. I won't go crazy and try to kill myself or anything of the sort, and I'll exhibit excellent judgment while carrying out a mission. Perhaps. That's not who I am. I don't like inherit from you. But is there any other genius than me? Connie, we can't have someone great like that die in 30 years then. Idiot. Huh? You should become the leader of a ministry or something. The one to inherit Eren's Titan will be me. Eren, that'll be great, yeah? Connie, it's better than Jean, right? Me. I don't like it. Sasha, I don't like it. You're a fool. Connie's like, what? Not what? How can we leave something so important to an idiot? What? You drive me crazy. Sasha, I'll inherit it. Everyone's just having their turn basically. This is like with Naruto towards the end of Naruto when Sasuke came down and he's like, I'm gonna become Hokage, and then Kyo was like, no, I'm gonna become Hokage, or fucking Naruto, I'm gonna become like just back and forth bullshit. Everyone's just like, are you serious? At least this showcases that they care about Eren, that they do care about what happens, and they want to carry on his will and help as much as they can. Like, so it's kind of interesting that you've got Sasha, Connie, and Jean sort of willing to sacrifice themselves for that, but each one is sort of trying to save the other. Like Connie's trying to save Jean because for the most part he is a good military mind, like, you know, he's growing up to the point where he can be a good leader, so why waste that? And Connie is for the most part an idiot, but Sasha's like, you are an idiot, like you can't be you. I'll inherit it. Among us, I can be trusted and I have practical experience. I'm the only one left after the process of elimination anyway. You all. Eren's just like, he's just sad about this, he's just got this dropped face, like, you all. Back to Sasha, you don't want to do it? You're saying you don't want to? Connie, no. Why? That's just weird. So yes. No, weren't you the one who said that we can't leave this to an idiot? Mm-hmm. Connie, you're even more stupid than I am, so you're contradicting yourself. Can't you see that? Yes. Yeah. I have no intention of leaving it to you guys. Why so? You guys are all precious to me, more than anyone else. That's why I'd like we all to live long lives. Continuing the train ride. Everyone's just sort of like, yeah. Sasha's gone, her face has gone red, I think. No, it's Aaron. I think Aaron's face has gone red. What? Why are you suddenly becoming red? Everyone's just like, surprised. You bastard, what are you going to do about this atmosphere? So everyone's face has gone red now, like, I'm sorry. Armin's the one that's driving the train, I think. Jean. It's because of the evening glow. Everyone's red now. Sasha's pointing at Connie, Mika's just sitting smiling. Jean's putting his hat down. Yeah, if it's like that, we can't do anything about it. And there's Mikasa going red, looking at Aaron. Aaron's just looking at her red. Aaron will take care of us. He tried to take care of them, but it didn't work out. Back to the end of the flashback, back to the present. 4 of them in the room. So that's why he might have become more aggressive towards everyone else. I guess because that's how strongly he feels. That's why. You're saying it's all for our sake. Jean's like, that's not it. In the past, even knowing how strong you were, that guy always made sure to keep you at a distance when Titans were on the front line. But now, he asked Armin to destroy the port and summoned you to the battleground. As well as Connie and Sasha, who were supposedly special to him. That's... Because I was like, that must be because he had faith in us. If we didn't turn up, he wouldn't have been able to do anything. If we hadn't gone, Sasha wouldn't have died either. Mikasa, when Sasha died, you know how Eren reacted? Do you think he cried or got angry? Connie, stop it. He laughed. Everyone was just looking at shocked. I wonder what was so funny about Sasha dying. He laughed? He did cry though. Explain it to me, Mikasa, why Eren laughed. When it comes to Eren, you know everything, right? Let's speak with Eren. Me, Mikasa and Eren, the 3 of us. I'll try and arrange for us to meet and talk, and then what? Jean's like... And now we're cutting back to a flash with the Titans ripping... I think they're ripping Dina apart. Yeah, before the one and only time that Eren used the founding Titans' power, Dina, the Titan with royal blood, was captured and eaten by the surrounding Titans. That wasn't Dina's will. It was because Eren willed it. Now we're getting this panel with Zeke and older Eren. In other words, Dina's Titan was the trigger for the founding Titan's power, but is not the one that controls it. The one who controls it is Eren, who possesses the founding Titan. This should also apply to Eren and Zeke. That's actually a good point. Zeke is like a battery, basically. Eren needs that battery in order to activate whatever power he has, and in the end of the day he is in control of it, not Zeke. Unless there's a way for Zeke to counter it, or because he's related to Eren, maybe he can take control of the power, but we don't know if that's how like bloodlines work. So for now, like, it's true that Eren's the only one that can control the founding Titan, so what's the big worry about Zeke trying to take control? If that's the case, even if Zeke is planning something, if Eren rejects it, it won't work. So as long as Eren, who holds that decipher's power, is aligned with our aims, there's no problem. Jean, and what will you do if Eren's aims are the same as Zeke's? Armin, for the army who has the Titan serum, there is a choice. Everyone's shocked by this. They didn't know they had Titan serum? Connie, Jean, and Mikasa just, no way. We transform someone else we can trust into a Titan and have them inherit Eren's founding Titan. Mikasa's like, you're kidding. See, I told you Armin is a smart little, cruel little bitch, like brutal bitch. Look at him suggesting this about killing his own friend before his time's up. But Eren still has time left, I know. So let's confirm Eren's true intentions and then explain that Eren is on our side. Got into Eren in his cell, looking determined, and now we're cutting to Levi and Zeke at camp. There's a whole bunch of soldiers in the forest, and there's Levi and Zeke sitting opposite each other drinking. I assume tea. The sun is rising, I believe. And now we're cutting to Gabby and Falcon. Gabby's washing her face in the river. We escaped really far. Hey, take off that armband, it draws attention. Even if a normal person sees it, they won't know what it is. If a soldier sees it, they'll know. Just take it off. Why would there be a soldier out here in the middle of nowhere? If you keep it on, you'll eventually get discovered, and there's no way you can get back to Marlene. There's no way we can go back to Marlene. I just want to find Zeke and ask him before I get captured and killed why he betrayed us, betrayed Marlene, why he did it. Do what you want. You don't have to follow me. Fine, I'll do what I want then. I'll throw this away for you. Falcon just ripped the armband off and ripped it. She's pissed. She's attacking him. Give it back. Yeah, why? What good will this do? I'm a good Idalian. If I don't have that, I'll become the same with the devils on the side. What are you talking about? You've gone crazy. Then leave me alone. Why did you have to follow me? There's no need for you to die too. Oh, Gabby giving a shit. What are you doing? So this woman just appeared out of nowhere in the forest looking at them. And they're just like, ooh. Yeah, they're shocked. Right guys, I'm going to stop it here because my camera's about to turn off. And we're back again. Part 4. Oh god, this is going to be a long video to edit. What are you doing? So this lady just appeared from the trees. Can I just say that this is probably the one time I actually feel something for Gabby. The fact that she cares enough about Falcon to say, why did you have to come? Like, I didn't want you to die too. Like, it's nice. Don't know who this woman is. So early in the morning, where did you come from? Gabby and Falcon are like, I don't want to say. We hate our home. And we finally escaped. Oh, Gabby's saying we finally escaped and she's picking up a rock. Hey, so now you can't go back. Okay. You're hungry, right? My house is close by, so follow me. Gabby's actually was about to smash that person's head in and Falcon stops, so he takes the rock. So they're going to go to this person's place, and maybe this person is going to treat them nice and then, and they're going to realize, holy shit, these people are all bad. But I see bad things happening regardless. Yeah. Okay, so we're back to Marlene again. There's the Warhammer Titans broken up corpse, and the spikes are still in the air. Spikes on the floor, destruction everywhere. After investigating the Beast Titan's corpse, we discovered the dismembered parts of his body after it had been exploded to pieces. So everyone assumes thing is dead. There's a bunch of Marlene soldiers picking up broken children, parents crying with their dead children. There's McGuff. However, it's not enough. In order to deceive us, he has faked his death. I believe Zeke escaped hand in hand with the higher-ups of the enemies of Paradise Island. So we've got to McGuff, he's got a bandage on his head, and there's Rayna sitting next to Peckham's, and there's Cobalt sitting next to Pollock. On chair, and there's all this stuff on the table. I don't know what that is. I think it's the 3D gear maybe? Or something. Yeah, it's the 3D gear. I think it's the new 3D gear that they got. If Peckham's suspicions are correct, from at least 4 years ago, Zeke appears to have started gathering accomplices from within the Marlene army. This newly developed 3DM gear incorporates Marlene technology, and the airship they escaped on could not have been operated without military training. He must have let one of his comrades infiltrate the Paradise surveillance missions, one of his Edalian restoration comrades that is. Paul's just like, shit, we fought beside each other all this time and he turned up to be a traitor. Rayna looking deeply into McGuff's eyes, of course, we can't just leave things be. Those foreign higher-ups and journalists who were there in the crowd experienced the attack on Marlene and have spread the word about the danger of Paradise Island. And soon, Marlene and the other world powers will join together to form the great allied forces. Okay, seriously, it's really starting to sound like Naruto now. That's just like Willy Tabin appeared to everyone that day. We can't wait until the end of Zeke's tenure. Within the next 6 months, the great allied forces will carry out its scorched earth strategy on Paradise Island. 6 months. Cobalt's like 6 months. Will Gabby and Falcon's rescue operation take place in 6 months' time as well? Wait for the great allied forces to assemble. Attacking Paradise Island now would be to bite off our own head like last time. Zeke must be thinking that too. that the Malian army wouldn't carry out a counterattack so soon after receiving such a... So Rain is talking now. Zeke must be thinking that too, that the Malian army wouldn't carry out a counterattack so soon after receiving such a terrible blow, and he's not the type to sit still and wait for what's to come in 6 months' time without coming up with his own plan. So you're saying Zeke's planning something right now? Yes, he must have something in mind. If we are to collapse that plan, we can't afford to wait until the Allied forces assemble. We must carry out an ambush attack on Paradise Island. There's no path of retreat from this battle, to be continued in the next issue. So, Raina is all for attacking Paradise Island immediately and ambushing them, and they've got this whole plan, scorching Paradise Island. So the only thing I can assume is they're going to have planes drop bombs to blow the hell out of the island. And if it is going to be an air assault, they're screwed. They won't be able to do anything then. Because if it's a land attack, then yeah, you could release the Titans so they can rumble there. But if it's airships and that, then no. And they want to wait 6 months for an allied force, but that will take too long because he does have a plan. And I'm assuming he's counting on these guys waiting that long to activate it. So decent chapter again. Again, we're getting sort of the psychology of the characters. We got a few confirmations. We got a few ideas of where the story's going next. I'm still wondering if we're in the Marlene arc or not. But yeah, decent chapter as always. Levi is guarding Zeke. Zeke has a plan, we don't know what it is. Mikasa and Armin are going to go and question Eren and find out what he is actually planning, what his thoughts are. Someone has to inherit Eren's will. Historia's baby father is someone she knew, but she doesn't seem happy about it at all, and the military is considering feeding Zeke to her regardless. Connie wants revenge, 100%, on Zeke, and potentially Eren maybe, so things aren't looking good on that side. Gabby and Cobalt Falcom might be in more trouble or might have a change of opinion, don't know. We're going to get more of them with that. The volunteers, Marley and volunteers, are captured by Pixis. They got Titan Serum. And Raina is pissed and wants to attack the island. Okay, so things are moving to various different places. We've got various different players. So a lot of shit's going to go down. So I have no idea where things are going now. The fact that we didn't find out who it was that told Historia to go ahead with our plan makes me think it isn't Yarlina. And I am convinced it might be Armin who suggested the idea, so I don't know. I just want Annie to come back into the story, man. Like, it's been freaking years. Like hurry up and wake her up already. Like, it's taking forever. But yeah, decent chapter, and can't wait to see what happens next. I've got an assumption, a prediction that by the time season 3 of the anime ends, the chapter that will be released either during that final week when we get, or month that we get the final episode of season 3, or the month after, it will tell us if we're gonna have, I don't know, I've just got this feeling that we're gonna be told if we're gonna be in the final arc or not. And hopefully at the same time we'll get a trailer for season 4 or something. But because right now there's enough material for 12 episodes, but with the way things are going with all of this, I've got this weird feeling that we might end up with season 5 as well, like, because if season 4 is going to be like 25 episodes, right, I feel like we've still got maybe more arcs, or another arc before the final arc, so I don't know, like, we still don't know what arc we're on. Are we still on the Marlene arc, or are we still on, or are we on a new arc? Because think about it, usually these arcs last between 4 or 5 volumes, so 90, 91, 92, 93... No, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99... Okay, I need to do this properly. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. So technically we've had 4 volumes and a half now. So if this is part of the Marlene arc, we'll have at least maybe 2 more chapters, and then maybe after one chapter 110 and going on to 111, that would probably tell us if we're in the final arc or if we're getting some sort of mini arc in between. But we'll find out then, I assume. And that will probably be around the time when the Uprising arc in season 3 ends and we go to the next arc. So yeah, timing sort of fits, I guess. Anyway guys, that was my reaction to it. Hope you liked it. As always, like and subscribe, whatever. And I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.